how are you? My name is Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook, and today is a really fun vlog because I'm going, cat hair. And today is a really fun vlog because it is a book cover swap type of video. I really love how online there are these like book cover replications, and I never really do them. But I thought it would be such a cool idea to do it, but not just to like replicate a book cover, but to also get some of my bookish friends involved. And thus the idea for a book cover swap video came about. So again, sort of like the reading swap routine video, I decided to reach out to basically the same group, the same pool of individuals, and then from there, see who would be interested in joining that type of video. Now, I love photography, I think it's so much fun, and I love books, so it was just the perfect thing to do, right? The other participants in this, Laura from Laura Reads Pages, Leanne from Scrap Paper Scribbler, and of course Kristin, who is going to be doing my book cover swap. And so once I have a link for that video, I will post it up above me for you to see. Now, the reason why I am sitting on the floor like this is because I just took my photo. So the book that we are doing today is the full collection of Winnie-the-Pooh plus poems. So a few things that I got for this video are these boots, this white shirt, and I'm wearing some shorts, as well as this guy who is Winnie-the-Pooh. But of course, since it's a more classic collection of books, this is, of course, a more classic Winnie-the-Pooh. So I have this screen, and so that screen door is sort of like a screen for our bedroom. We have another screen like that over there, and I find that it's really nice for taking photos. Sort of provides a backdrop, and then from there, I can just remove the background. Now, I basically have my ring lights going on to provide some light. Because guess what? I am taking this photo when it is pitch black outside. Way too close. And so Christopher Robin rocks some blonde hair. So this is my glam Christopher Robin hair. And for makeup for Christopher Robin, I went with nothing at all. Because you don't even see my face. Now, one of the cool things about this camera is that I'm able to do remote live streaming of my camera. So basically, if you can see this, I am able to use my phone as sort of a remote control. So what I did for posing for this was kind of went back here because it was very difficult to balance. Pooh Bear kept falling. So at this point, this is what the original cover looks like. And so far, I have done a pretty good job at being consistent. So you can see here I am with the Winnie-the-Pooh behind me. And you can see all of these little bumblebees around the border. I was able to get the exact color match of the border. And now what I'm trying to do is determine exactly how I'm going to do the gold characters at the bottom of the screen. So what I might do is look for what is Eeyore, a donkey, have a little boy, have a bear and a little piglet, an owl. So let's see if I'm able to do that with the cover. So at this point, you'll see that I am doing my edits in PicMonkey. So I've been able to be pretty consistent with what the cover looks like. So I'll show you what the cover looks like here. Hi, Olivia. This is my assistant for the day. So essentially, it's a bit pixelated, but this is what the original cover looks like. So a couple of things I might do. So the bottom of the border has these gold animals in the boy. So what I think I'm going to do is basically have a little boy, have a bear for Pooh Bear, have a little pig for Piglet, and so on, and have them be at the bottom. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, so this is very exciting. I believe, as long as I won't adjust it too much, that this is the final illustration. So I'll kind of go through it. Basically, there are a lot of bees on the border. I have color matched the various colors that are used on the actual cover. However, I am not able to cover match, you know, like my hair color, Winnie-the-Pooh, those sorts of things. It might make it a bit more vibrant, but nevertheless, I'm very excited with how this has turned out. So with the book cover challenge, it was very important for me to know exactly why we chose the covers that we did. So I would like to read Kristin's little blurb about it. So Kristin mentions that this cover is special to her because it is the cover of her own collection of Winnie-the-Pooh stories. Funny enough, that is actually my first big collection of Winnie-the-Pooh. I had this at home as well. I think I was able to purchase it through Scholastic or something like that when I was a child. I was so excited to get this cover. And Kristin also says it is the edition in which she first ever read the books. She loves how Christopher Robin and Pooh are front and center, and whoever might imitate the cover could find inspiration from them both. She also loves the varying shades of peaceful blues, the honeybees and the gold filigree on the bottom that outlines all of the wonderful folk in the 100-acre wood. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I'm so looking forward to seeing how everyone else's cover is going to look. Now let's go into why this book was picked by Kristin, and just look at this book, look at the illustrations. I honestly remember being a kid and just absolutely falling in love with these images. Before I had the complete tales, I had just the black and white illustrations. I love how simple they are. Olivia! And I especially love how they draw the noses and the little eyes. Oh, and there's little Pooh Bear getting into trouble. So back to Kristin and why she chose the book. This book is the epitome of all that is good and light and wholesome in the world, and yet somehow of all the books I have ever read, it has also made me cry more and harder than any other. Winnie-the-Pooh is a story of youth, friendship, and love that helps her to look at the world with more wonder, and I hope it will do the same for whoever reads it. Now, the fascinating thing is that I have happened to read this book many, many times, and I recently read the poems and have completed the first book, which is Winnie-the-Pooh, and I just have a bit of the next book, which is The House at Pooh Corner, and that is this book right here. So I'm going to do that tonight. I hope you'll watch it as well. And a final note, Kristin writes, I hope that this book leaves you a better human. I hope that you see even more the fiery gem in the soul of every child, and even the childlike gem that still gleams within you. Prepare yourself for the very last story though. Keep tissues close at hand. So this is so much fun. I just read this. So cute. They have just ran into Tigger for the first time, and I love this little poem. It says, but whatever his weight in pounds, shillings, and ounces, he always seems bigger because of his bounces. How cute is that? Oh, my heart is melting, and I think right now is a perfect time to read this type of book. Let me know if you agree. And just look at how they have drawn Tigger. It's so cute with his little paws and his little whiskers and his little tail. Oh, it's so cute. And look at these two on the bridge. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's 3. I can see little Piglet. This book, I want to cry. It's so cute. the bees. And this is the chapter that always makes me sad, in which Christopher, Robin, and Pooh come to an enchanted place and we leave them there. Like, how adorable is this? I can't. So they went off together, but whenever they go and whatever happens to them on the way in that enchanted place, on the top of the forest, a little boy and his bear will always be playing. If that doesn't make you cry, I don't know what will. Okay guys, and with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I am going to link the other videos by everyone else who participated in this collaboration. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited for what we have stirring. That will happen and take place in December, because we may just have another collaboration in the works. You know how it goes by now. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic night or a fantastic day or whenever you see this. And just know that if you are having a difficult time right now and if you need a little pick-me-up, returning back to your childhood favorites is such a great thing to do. And thank you so much for Kristin for submitting this book. It was exactly what I needed to read. That's everything for today. Bye!